Hello, and welcome to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. In today's segment, I would like to talk about a rapper named Pop Smoke. And I'm going to basically explain why I decided to do this segment on the said rapper. Okay, and if you look at all of the rappers that we've had over the years that's ended up murdered, I'm doing it because I think part of the problem with what is going on is everybody's being too flashy. And anyone that's listening to me knows that when you're too flashy, you have these people. You have this certain type of people that watch you. You have people within your own camp, your own friends. It brings them to become envious of you, jealous of you. And then they start to have these hidden agendas. I look at some of the pictures of these celebrities, the rappers, and I don't know if they're even looking at who's around them that much. And the reason why I say that is because of this. I've always been told that you can tell how a person is really feeling about you by looking in their eyes. And if you haven't noticed, there's been times when they say you should look into someone's eyes when you're talking to them so you can get a feel of what they're basically thinking about you, because the eyes tell it all, no matter what. And I think that if half of these people, even actors, actresses, athletes, whomever, I think if half of these people just stop for a moment, and when they're talking to their so-called friends or whomever they're talking to, look into their eyes and you will see how they're really feeling about you. I was looking at a picture that was taken of this rapper, Pop Smoke, when he was sitting in his truck or Jeep, with his friend holding all this money. The look didn't seem too pleasant. I mean, I could just, me being me, maybe I'm seeing it that way and maybe everyone else isn't. But if you look, he didn't seem too happy. It just didn't seem like that was a happy look that he was giving this guy. And that's just me. Everyone else might disagree. I don't know. But I'm just saying, every time I look at a picture that celebrities take with their friends, it's always a few out of the crowd that seems to be giving off these bad vibrations, these ugly looks, and everyone else is so happy, and smiling and enjoying whatever it is that they're doing. But it's always a few that doesn't look happy. And we all know that when people have money, you have stragglers. And I hate to use that word, but you have these people that hang out with people that have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of power. And they lash on. They stick to these people. They latch on, actually. And they stick to these people. And for what, though? What hidden agenda do they have? I think when you find all of these people throwing money around and making it rain here and making it rain there and showing everything that they have, I think that you don't have to show the world that you're rich. No one has to know but yourself. But you, as long as you know that's all that should matter, you should never feel that you have to go out and show the world just how much money you have. I know that a lot of people do it because they feel good about the fact that they've made all this money. Some people grew up in poverty. Some people had to struggle to get everything that they got in life growing up. And they want everyone to know that they made it. But I think that's part of the problem. You don't really want certain people knowing what you have. You need to keep your circle kind of small. And the ones that you do allow in your circle, you need to make sure that they've earned that trust just don't let them in your circle because they seem to be riding with you. They're pumping you up. They're putting you on this pedestal. They're making you feel like this big celebrity. I think that people really need to kind of check themselves in their actions and start cutting people off. Meaning, you got to bring those circles down a little smaller, because people that you're trusting, you shouldn't trust. Those are the main ones that's backstabbing. When you find them that they're just holding on, they're so tight, wherever they're like your shadow, wherever you go, they're there. That's a problem, because it makes me think, okay, do they not have their own lives? It's like the celebrities are feeling like they need to be validated, and the other people feel, okay, I'm just going to hop on this wagon here, and where you go, I'm going. I'm going to enjoy your money. I'm going to enjoy your success. I'm going to enjoy your fame. I'm going to be the person on the side of you. But are they doing it because they really like you, or are they doing it just to gain their own celebrity title? I think that there's a lot that needs to be done. People need to change a lot about their lives. I can't tell you what you need to be doing, but I tell you this much. When I'm talking to someone, I look into their eyes, because you're always going to know what it is that they're seeking where you're concerned, because the eyes are going to tell it. Most of the time, if they're lying, their eyes are moving around so fast, they will look anywhere and everywhere but into your eyes, because they know somewhere they're lying, and you're going to find out. You're going to look right through them. So they won't look at you. Their eyes are everywhere. They're holding a conversation with you right in front of you, but they won't look you in your eye, because you're going to know what they're thinking. You're going to know that something's not right. That's why I tell people, always look into a person's eyes, and the truth will be told. You'll know how they're really feeling about you. You will see the little frowns that come up. You're going to see it all. For instance, and I'm not above doing this. I mean, we all have done it. You've talked to a person that has really worked your nerves to the point that there might even be an eye roll there. If they even look off for a second, that gives you that little time to do your eye roll, to roll your eyes and look like, oh, for just God's sake, just walk away. You're saying to yourself, just walk away, because you're tired of whatever it is they're talking about. We've all done it. And if anyone says, oh, I've never done that, then you're a lie. But had these people really given the eye contact that they should have been given where we're concerned, or where I'm concerned, you would have known I was tired of talking about it. I wasn't feeling it anymore. I just wanted that conversation to be over. But had you kept that eye contact, you would have known that. I wouldn't have had to tell you on down the line, you know what, let's cut this short, because I really don't want to hear about it anymore. It's over with, it's done. I wouldn't have had to say that, because you would have seen it yourself had you looked at my eye contact. Had you kept an eye on me enough to see that I'm looking at you like, are you through yet? Because I tell people, you'll know if I don't want to be bothered. You will know. I try not to just come off and say, just look, hey, I'm just not in the mood for this nonsense. Just keep it moving for right now, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But if I'm trying to be nice about the situation or whatever it is, I will stand and listen to it until I can't listen to it anymore. And then when it gets to that point, that's when I will roll my eyes like, please go away. But people don't pay any attention to it. And then sometimes I do it right in front of your face, because you don't get it. You don't get it. And sometimes we get tired of saying it over and over again. I just don't want to be bothered anymore, because it's like they're not listening. So I figure if you let them know, if they're not listening to what you're saying, maybe your actions will show them. So give them a little side eye, or a little roll your eye, roll your eyes a little bit, and then they get the picture. No, they don't, because once again, they're not looking at your eyes. And if you're pretty in any kind of way, or you have some assets there that they want to look at, then they're still not looking at your eyes. You know what I'm saying? So the eyes tell it all. And I think people just need to really be watchful when they're talking to people, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. People will avoid that eye contact like it's the plague. I mean, they will not look in your eyes because most of the time they're lying. Most of the time they're up to no good, basically. So I think had he paid, which I'm not faulting the victim, trust and believe me, I'm not. What I'm trying to get people to understand is be watchful with your crew, your so-called friends. Hell, you got to be watchful with some of your family members, okay? You got to really pay attention to people, their actions, how they act around you. Do they get a little agitated if you're a celebrity? Do they get agitated when your fans come around and start asking for your autographs or taking pictures? If you look at them and they seem like they're agitated, there's jealousy there. They're envious, and people aren't looking at that. So I just wanted to do this short video on this rapper Pop Smoke because I know that he was showing a lot. I think he gave too much info into his life, showing people the things that he had, showing people all of his money. And you open the doors for those crooks and them thieves and those haters and everyone to come in, and they got close enough to him to end up killing him. And that's the problem. I think that you should never be that open with what you're doing. I think that how much money you have should never be disclosed. Don't even show anything that you have. I don't give a damn if you got a new hat. Don't show it. Because there's always going to be someone out there saying, oh, that person think that they're all this and that because they got this, or they got a new this, they got a new that. I can do that shit. I can get this. I could do that. That's when you're building up someone to really have a lot of hatred toward you. And you're going to that's just one more person that you're going to have to watch out for. Because, honey, jealousy is real. Envy is real. And I think that we all need to pay attention to that. I know that I've had my share of jealous people, envious people where I'm concerned, and they've tried to do all kinds of shit. That's why I keep my circle really little. There's only so many people you will ever hear me say that I trust, because I don't trust that many. I've been backstabbed so many times, it's not funny. And that's not because I didn't know that they weren't trustworthy. It's that I just didn't care too much to feed into it, because I was thinking, oh, they're not going to do anything too shady. They're not going to have the nerve. Shit. Yeah, people will have the nerve to do all kinds of things. So you have to be careful. And you don't have to be rich, to have someone be jealous or envious of you. You could just be an everyday person working a normal 9-to-5 job. It's always going to be someone to be jealous of something that you have. And I can go back and say, I could recall talking to a guy on the phone one day, and my cousin was at my home, and I said, when we went to the store earlier, we forgot to buy wood for the fireplace. And this guy says, oh, okay, you don't have to brag about. Now, I told him to hold on. I will say I told him to hold on. I wasn't even talking to him. But I told him to hold on for a brief moment because my cousin was about to walk back out the door to leave. I said, we forgot to buy wood for the fireplace. And he said, well, whatever. So you have a effing fireplace. I use a space heater when I want more heat. I said, well, that's fine. You do that. I'm going to use my fireplace. That let me know then that this person was jealous. He was envious of something I had that he felt I shouldn't have had. Then he went a little further and told me that I shouldn't dress as nice as I do. Why must I wear everything designer? Why must I drive such an expensive truck and other people can't have that? So you're telling me I'm not supposed to have what I have because other people can't afford it. So basically what he was telling me, okay, so other people in life don't have them things, neither should you. That was all I needed for me to let him know. Do me a favor. You lose my number. Stay the hell away from me. I don't need your bullshit. Okay, I don't need your drama, and I damn sure don't need your fake friendship or whatever the hell you were after. And I cut his ass. I cut him loose because I knew then he was a problem. He was a problem. I've known females like that. That's acted that way where I was concerned. So therefore, all I'm saying is you got to watch people. You have to watch people. People out there will hate on you for no apparent reason, and you're trying to be a friend to them, and they're all along being your enemy. And I think that celebrities really need to watch it even more than other people, because you're out in the open. You have to go around these people. There's thousands of people surrounding you wherever if you're doing these shows. When they see you out, they're approaching you. You guys really have to be careful. And I think I've always said this to everyone. I feel every celebrity out there should use a lot of security, because you never can be too sure. You can use security and still interact with your fans. Yes, you can. You just got to teach your security, don't disrespect anyone, but yes, do protect me, because you have a lot of security guards that have shoved children. They've shoved women, you name it, they're doing it. Some of them get into they want to act like the Incredible Hulk and just start hitting on people, knocking people down. That's not the type of security you want. You don't want anyone that's going to turn your fans against you. You want someone that's going to protect you, but yet be humble enough to understand, okay, these people are their fans. So I'm going to protect my employer. It's my job to protect you, but it's my job to also allow you to be a fan without overstepping these boundaries and doing things to you that's not called for. Now, if someone was getting rough or being disrespectful, then you as security do your job. But if they're just asking for an autograph, don't knock shit out of their hands. Don't shove them. Come on now. That's when you're making enemies for the person that you are supposed to be protecting. When you do shit like that, because the first thing they're going to say is they have their security being rude. They have their security hitting on people and doing this and doing that. And then it makes it bad for you. And I'm just saying, okay? But this is why I wanted to do this brief segment on my show today, because I saw a video of this young man. And it's sad that he's gone at such a young age. But I just wanted to touch base with the people that the people that listen to my podcast, and let them know you always be watchful. Always watch people's body language. Watch how they look at you. Always have eye contact. If you watch those two things, you will know when you have an enemy right by your side. Okay? You will know if you're watchful. And most people aren't watchful. So I guess this segment is here to let you all know, be more watchful with your friends and the company you keep. Okay. In saying that, I would definitely like to thank everyone that's been listening to all of my segments on my podcast, Life as It Is, with me, Dora Middleton. And until next time, take care.